So it looks like Henry Cavill is now officially out as Superman in the DCU. But before we get on into all that, be sure to smash that like button. Please hit that like button. It helps me get into the algorithm. Comment down below. Share it to at least 3 people you know if you're new. Hit that ding button to get notified when I post. Share it to at least 3 people you know if you're new. Follow me on all my socials in the link in the description. And join my Discord in the link in the description as well. So yeah, James Gunn is writing a new Superman film. Henry Cavill will not return, but to play a different DC character. I don't know if they should do that, like Jason Momoa. We know he's going from Aquaman to Lobo. So let's just start off with what Henry Cavill posted on Instagram last night. And I'm really mixed about it, but I'm willing to, wait and see of what James Gunn's version of the DCU looks like. So I think everybody's freaking out, but I think we have to. I know it's hard, but we have to trust in James Gunn's plan at DC. So without further ado, this is what Henry Cavill said on Instagram last night. I have just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. This is massive. Of course, if you didn't see Black Adam yet, he appears in the post-credit, and he, I think after that weekend, puts up a video announcing he is back as Superman. I think, maybe the Garcias and The Rock told him to post that and announce to the world that he's back as Superman, but all this stuff with, the hierarchy of power of the DC universe has changed, and, getting the power between them and James Gunn. And who knows, it's up in there with Black Adam and The Rock if there's going to be a sequel, if he's going to move forward in the new DCU of what James Gunn has planned, but who knows. But he continues. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but then we must remember, Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. But what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. And that, again, is coming from Henry Cavill from his Instagram last night. And, I feel for him, man. I feel for him for what he's gone through with DC. I'm to the point where I'm like, man, just come over to the MCU and be Sentry, Hyperion, Captain Britain, Balder the Brave. Come to the MCU and be somebody. I think he'll definitely get treated better, and he'll have more, I wouldn't say consistency, but assurance, I guess I'd say. But here's what James Gunn said on Twitter. They both, gave their views. Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go. I'm excited to see, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year, which is very interesting. Cannot wait to see. So I'm guessing, he was supposed to meet with Zaslav. He must have met with him this week already. Must have went well. Among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life. So the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. I like this transparency James Gunn has with the fans already on Twitter, and being very, I guess, forthright in a way, and letting us know what's going on, being truthful and not leading us on, really. He'll, tell the truth and be honest with the fans, and what he's given us. So I think they know what they was getting into. like you said a few weeks ago, they're not going to make everyone happy, but this is really the best way I can analyze this is, if you're a sports fan, you will get this. Say, your team is having a bad year, and you bring in a new general manager, you bring in a new head coach, and you got some stars on the team, right? It's time to rebuild, right? And you didn't bring these players in, and it's time to rebuild. You didn't sign these players, you didn't draft these players. It's time to bring your players in, and the way you see your vision of the team going forward. I feel like this is the same thing applies here. He's he wants to add his people for this DCU universe and his version and what he sees going forward. And, I'm trusting in James Gunn. You got to rock with him. You can see what he's done with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You saw what he did with Peacemaker. You saw what he did with, why am I blanking on that? I'm blanking on that team. Man, he did pretty good with it though. But the team Peacemaker was with, and the team Idris Elba it was in. I'm blanking on it. But he continues on. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. And then somebody asked him, being part of the slate, I assume it's a movie, yes. And then someone asked an interesting question, and he gave an interesting, okay, here it is. Could Ben Affleck direct? He said, met with Ben yesterday, precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. Wouldn't it be crazy if he directed this Superman movie? But that is interesting as well. Someone also asked him if he's writing or directing. He said, "I am writing and have been for a while. We don't know who is directing it." I guess that's talking about the Superman movie. And it's not really much about Batman here, but it's more of talking about Superman, meeting with Henry Cavill. What I take from this is we really got to get behind James Gunn. Not everybody's going to like his decisions, but, this is I don't know if it's a hard, straight up rebuild, or he's going to get his people. As long as, I would say this. I would love, as long as Margot Robbie stays as Harley Quinn, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Because I enjoyed her as Harley Quinn, and she's a good Harley Quinn. But we'll see. I think he's going to take his people from, the Suicide Squad, possibly. It's like, I don't know what they're going to do, because it's like, the rest of the movies that are coming out, they're like, stranded on an island. It feels like these, are the last days where you can, where Fox, they gave away, they gave their stuff to Disney, and this is just, this is it for them, like the New Mutants, Dark Phoenix and all that. This is the end of this stuff. So what are they going to do with Shazam 2? How is this going to end? I think we'll get a real good few answers, maybe possibly, of where everything's going to go after The Flash. And I think that's going to set up a lot of stuff possibly for the new DCU and set up everything. We know we got Blue Beetle coming out. And of course, like I said, Shazam 2 is still coming out. And it'll be interesting. We know Aquaman 2 is going to be Momoa's last time being Aquaman. Of course, now he's going to be Lobo. So, who knows? But I think, the Snyderverse, I think that's pretty much done. I think that's pretty much it for the Snyderverse. And I think, it's time to move on. It's time to move on and trust in James Gunn's plan. And let him know if you're not liking the projects coming out, let him know. Let him know. And it's either they shift from what they're doing or whatever, but, it is what it is. But you guys leave me your thoughts on everything that's going on right here. What's your thoughts on DC and the future of the DCU? Are you trusting in James Gunn? Are you optimistic, cautiously optimistic? Let me know in the comments. Are you not down with what's going on? Are you going to miss Henry Cavill being Superman? You guys leave me your thoughts in the comments and let me know. But before you leave, smash that like button, comment down below, share it to at least 3 people you know. If you're new, hit that ding button to get notified when I post. And follow me on all my socials in the link in the description. Join my Discord in the link in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Until next time, see you guys in the next video. Love and peace. We out.